Stock Up is one of the most successful cards printed in 2025, and there are other powerful blue cards right behind it. Welcome back, vintage gamers, to a vintage preliminary event. We haven't had one of those in a while because they were taken down, but I convinced Magic Online to put them back up because this is 2026 MOX season for vintage, which means there are 3 events that you will be required to have qualifier points for to play in like the high level vintage events for this year for Q1. So there's a showcase this weekend, and then a Sunday of the first weekend, or maybe that might be the second weekend of February. And then also in March, Super Qualifier, you can use normal entry fees. But these showcases all require qualifier points, and prelims are a good way to get qualifier points. They did redo the prelim prize structure at one point last year. So they are a little bit more value than they used to be. They're a little bit better. So, you know, still not the highest value events, but in terms of getting qualifier points, a good way to go about it. What do I have today? I got a nice little brew here. I got a little brew for you. I've been seeing this taking over all kinds of formats, Legacy, Modern, Standard, and this is basically mostly Standard Legal Magic the Gathering cards inside of a Paradox of Outcome mono blue-ish shell. So the big, you know, you've seen Thundertrap Trainer and you've seen Stock Up, the most powerful standard blue cards that have been played in Vintage in a long time. But I'm going to add a couple more here, and one of them I've played before on this channel, Storm Chaser's Talent. This is a card that I've tried in PO before, and it's been, you know, it's been okay. It hasn't been bad. One of the biggest problems with this card is you kind of want to have multiple of it because you want to have these compounding prowess otters. But I think the biggest power of this card is 1, it's a PO target, and 2 is this level 2 activated ability here. So for when you play it for blue, it gives you a 1/1 otter token with prowess. Level 2 is you can pay 4 mana and just return an instant and sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Typically, you return a Force of Will. It's really backbreaking. Obviously, if you return a PO, a Stock Up, an Ancestral, those are all insane. But we're also going to try to play 4 of the very new Boomerang basics, which is a sorcery speed repeal style effect, Chain of Vapor style effect. But the upside that you get from that is that you get the repeal draw card if you target your own thing. So this is going to be really strong with your Storm Chaser's Talent and your Thundertrap Trainers. You can even just, you know, cycle it off of a blue mox, that kind of thing. And then I'm just putting it inside of a mono blue shell. You may be asking me, Justin, why are there 4 Talon Gates in our mono blue deck? Because this card is broken. This effect for free is incredible. Phase a creature out is so strong. And also you can do it at instant speed when you have a bunch of mana, and also it filters. So it can be blue mana if you want it to be blue mana. It can also be black mana to help us play this Lurrus, because Talon Gates, Opal, Sapphire, and Jet are our ways of playing Lurrus. I am going to include Vault Key because the way we have to win here is mostly attacking and taking turns. So that's important. And then I've been trying to play these mono blue decks because I think Unable to Scream is a really big upgrade in terms of you can drop Swords of Plowshares and get this blue removal spell that also you can pick up with your PO. So, and also you can return it with your Lurrus. So lots of synergy here, lots of power, mono blue, lots of islands. I'm pretty excited for this deck, and I will see you in round 1 of this vintage prelim. Looking to play some paper vintage? The next full proxy ELD vintage opening is happening in Bellingham, Mass on February 1st. I'll see you there. All right, welcome to round 1. My hand probably is not beating my dredge opponent is the problem. We kind of need a Vault Key in game 1 or a Lantern. I don't know about that. Probably mulligan this hand and look for something more powerful. This is better. Saga on turn 1 with a Sapphire for blue. I guess it's better to just get rid of this in case I use Fluster down the line. Unless I like want to stop a Noxious. Probably not. I mean, I might end up just pitching it anyways. Opponent mulligan to 5. Looks like 5 is a keep, though. Probably have to force a grief so I don't get my sapphire taken. I think the best card to hit off of trainer is Time Walk, maybe? Wasteland. What? Is he not on dredge? I see. Huh. How does that change things here? I can't really hide my saga. That just resolves? Huh. What does that mean? I'm gonna hold my talent here. Just in case. Oh, it's mono white. Huh. Okay, I'll force this chrome box. I assume they kept the wasteland because they don't have an ancient tomb, so oh, they have a pearl anyways. I've invested. I mean, they have to kill this saga, don't they? Can they beat a construct here? Oh, I guess this could be Anointed Peacekeeper on Saga. I mean, I could just draw another land. I did not expect mono white out of Munchlax, but interesting game. Saga was named. We need to draw a mana source here to get a construct. That works too. Not for a construct, but just pick everything up. Cool. I gotta remember it costs 5 to go and 2 blue to go talent pick something up. So if I were to go for it right now, I could both play Storm Teacher talent and pick up a PO, but that doesn't seem as good as other options. Could kick a trainer here. I think I'm just supposed to play a normal trainer and see if I can hit another PO. Scroll, crypt. I could always boomerang basics my own blue source for a free draw, but it's probably going to be better. I mean, scroll is another PO, right? But I guess crypt might be infinite POs. So Storm Chaser's talent is 9 and 3 blue. I guess I can never have 3 blue, so it's never infinite, right? Oh wait, the PO makes 2 blue. No. It's always I will never have a triple blue. So I can never go truly infinite with just those things. I'm sure there are ways though. Maybe I want to filter. Maybe I want to filter rock so that I can have that. I mean, I can't imagine that comes up very often. I guess I don't really need Merchant Scroll considering I have Storm Chaser activate though, right? Also doesn't really hurt to have it though. I guess it does hurt if they play like Clarion Conqueror next, but then I still have Boomerang basics, so. So I guess it's probably better for me to just take Merchant Mana Crypt, hold these other Mox in here, and just play Island Talent to make a creature that can attack next turn. And then, like, they still probably want to Wasteland me. This card, I feel like is strong. And mostly this second ability. It's like a very expensive Snapcaster Mage, but it's Lurrusable. I forgot I have Lurrus. I guess I would not buy Lurrus here. I will take 3. This is a concept I've played around with in the past, so they do have the Clarion Conqueror, but I have the Boomerang basics, so though it is a sorcery, so I won't be able to use my Saga. But I have so many bounce spells in this deck, which is really nice. So I get a Manifold Key and I win, right? Yeah. I guess I don't need a bunch of different things because I forgot I had that option here. Boomerang, your guy. Cool. I mean, that went pretty well. That was sweet. So, mono white. I have 4 Unable to Screams. And I'm on the draw, so I have Negation Trap. You can take out an Opal, a Lantern, a Bauble, a Fluster, a Misstep. It's pretty clean. Thanks, Yukon. Pretty clean. I could keep in an Opal and take out a Probe, maybe. Could keep in... Could take out a Probe. Could bring in Hercules. Bring in Consign. I feel like Consign's not good enough on the draw. This is a pretty nice like sideboard plan though. I also have 4 Talon Gates in my deck to phase out Clarion Conqueror. So I have 4 Talon Gates and 4 Boomerang basics to deal with hate creatures. I don't have a Dress Down in my deck. I just didn't feel like it was necessary, but Lurrus. Seems fine. No Chancellor, 7 card keep. Strip Mine. Soul Ring. I'm gonna force it. Jesus Christ. Okay, sure. I have to play my island here to cast stock up. PO, Island, Ruby, Boomerang Basics. Boomerang Basics hits anything, right? So if they play like a Void Mirror, so I just take Boomerang Basics PO, and then if they do strip mine me, it means they did nothing, and I can just buy Lurrus and it's fine. I mean, I could just take Ruby, but then I guess I have the Unable to Scream. So if I just take Ruby, can they ever stop me? Yeah, if they have the thingy, if they have the Void Mirror, which they probably have if based on the Soul Ring start. I'm gonna take this Boomerang basics. I feel like that's hedging. Ooh, that's a good rip off the top. So now they can play a Hate Bear and Wasteland me. Strip mine me, I should say. Kind of an important distinction here. This was a good draw. Clarion Conqueror. Vexing Bauble. Okay, sure. Cover that with Boomerang Basics. Are they gonna... Do they have a land drop? Yeah. Jesus, okay. And a White Plume. And Strip Mine me. So if I hit a... Strip Mine's so good. Okay, so... I can Boomerang... I can filter, Boomerang, and then PO for 2. Seems worse than, like... Can I filter... Filter for a Boomerang, and then... I can't buy Lurrus, play Lurrus, huh? It's also not that good to buy Lurrus, play Lurrus here when my only recursion is Black Lotus versus Bauble. But is POing for 2 really what we want to be doing with our lives here? I could phase this out and it doesnn't get +1/+1 counter, which is kind of nice. I mean, I could just phase it out and buy Lurrus. I run into a problem there if I get Wastelanded after. No, it can't get targeted if it's not in play. Okay, I'm gonna get the PO for 2 here because I don't really see a better way to use this Lotus anyways. Yeah, that was good. This can't hit a land, which is a little unfortunate, but stock up key talent. So if I get Wastelanded, I'm in trouble. I could take key so that I can always go unblockable and get an island. How bad is that for me? It's not that bad for me. I have more action. I don't know if that's a good play or not. Oh, it's phased back out at the end of turn. Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry. I thought it phased out until my next turn, but I guess that's only if you do instant. Sorry, you're right. Counters are a bit annoying because they make you unable to scream. Oh, they didn't go counters because they're looking for a hate piece or a wasteland or something. Makes sense. Okay. One top, one bottom. And we know they have a bauble. They're going to go Cavern. Are they just going to go Cavern Clarion Conqueror? Cleric. Controller's untapped. That makes sense. Okay. Peacekeeper. So they could name Key so that we can't go unblockable and get an island. They could name Unable to Scream because it's a hate piece. They could name Thunder Trap because it's our only action. They probably name Key, right? I guess Unable to Scream's pretty good. If I could draw... Do I have Tolarian Academy in my deck? Yeah, if I could draw Tolarian Academy, I can actually buy Lurrus and play Lurrus, right? And get back my Lotus. They named Thundertrap Trainer. It's reasonable. So I hit my island anyways. So do we take the initiative to get another island? Yeah, I mean, I guess there's really no reason not to do that, right? Oh, the reason is I can't replay Thundertrap Trainer. I guess I can just make something Unable to Scream, though. Though kind of using Unable to Scream right now when they could have a Clarion Conqueror follow-up is, like, pretty bad. I could just play another Thundertrap Trainer. It's probably better. I guess I would need 8 mana. I can make, this is +1 mana, so 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Can I play a Lurrus here? I can make 3 mana here, buy Lurrus. I'm 1 mana short of Lurrus. Lotus. So I guess I should just use my key and cast Trainer. Stock up, Mana Crypt, Unable to Scream. Huh. Just take another Unable to Scream. Is that like going to be enough action though? Maybe I just have to take stock up. Then I'm not making a play this turn. I mean, I have Unblockable and Lurrus still. And the current board isn't very strong. I might be over-evaling that, but it's fine. If I take a stock up, then I just have to hold my Scream because I can't afford to cast it and then get Conquered or Archoned or something. Vexing Bauble. And another Cleric. Ooh, that's really bad. I'm gonna have to combo kill this game, and that's gonna be quite challenging. I mean, I can just draw Time Vault, but Emerald. I think it's just, I mean, I think I'm dead. I can't really stop them from taking the initiative back again. I wonder if my PO play was right. That was the only play that I really had like a big choice in this game. Getting strip mined was really unfortunate. Also, my opponent drawing Black Lotus was unfortunate. There's no point in turning anything off. I'm just gonna die anyways. I just don't know what this Lurrus does for me either. I'm pretty sure I'm on like hope they don't hit a Clarion Conqueror off of their Throne of the Dead and then rip a Time Vault, which is asking for a lot. I mean, I can still, like... I guess I can't unable to scream whatever they get out of Throne of the Undead because it's freaking hexproof. And I can't even bounce it because I won't... A Boomerang is a sorcery, so... It's all kind of bad. Yeah, they hit a Conqueror, so... I don't believe I can win. Hexproof here is nuts. Why does this have so much text? Stupid Undercity. Dress Down would still beat it if I had Dress Down. Damn, if they had missed, PO would be pretty good here. I mean, it's still a bobble, but... Okay. I mean, I could have played this game slightly differently. I just don't know if it would have resulted in a win. It was a 7-card keep on the play from them. I forced a Soul Ring, and then they ripped a Lotus. Seemed fine. I'm going to bring the bobble back in on the play, and I'm going to bring in the 2 consigns on the play. And then I'm going to take out Trap, Negation, and an Opal. Okay. Also, getting like a turn 1 Storm Chaser Talent on the play might be good here. Just like having a big creature. I mean, can't imagine not keeping this. No Chancellor. Trainer. Do I want to force? That's an interesting question. Talon Gates is just a broken magic card, so I'm trying to play it in more decks. It's a completely broken magic card. It is too powerful of an effect to have on a land. I mean, I'm not even playing Storm Chaser's Talent next turn, right? I'm playing Saga. I mean, I am if I want to take Force. I don't know if this is right. Now they know about it, so they can bait me. It's actually just an unbelievable card. The rate is crazy. So, like, can I afford to not counter this Chrome Mox? I think I'm going to let him. Like, if they want to play Void Mirror this turn, is that bad for me? Interesting that they have to have a think about this Chrome Mox. Does that mean they have very few white cards? Another Chrome Mox. I feel like if my opponent goes Chrome Mox, another white card, Cavern, cast another white card, like, isn't that fine? Sure. To do this, they had to get rid of 2 other cards. I can phase out and take the initiative if I want to take the initiative. I could also boomerang basics it and take the initiative. Oh god, now I have way too many choices. Yeah, that's not very good though, because they got to land off of this, so they'll have 3 mana regardless. But like the tempo is really high of just like making any play. Like bouncing this and playing Saga by a Lurrus is pretty high tempo play. I mean, it's kind of nuts, isn't it? Like they'll have to react to Saga. I guess they could just have a Wasteland and replay, but then I still have Talon Gates. I mean, I could play a second Thunder Trap Trainer instead. Is that better? I don't think that's better. The Saga represents a very real problem for them. Also, I still have like a Clarion Conqueror covered. Yep. So they get the initiative back momentarily. But this turn, if I don't get Wastelanded, I can phase this out, attack, and make another trainer. I guess I can't do that. No, I can. Top from the opponent. And they have the Wasteland. All right, well, I made them have it. That does mean that we're pretty far from Lurrus. Yeah, that's the power of blue. We'll cast that. I could play Bauble, play Academy, play Storm Chaser's Talent, and play Trainer. I could phase out, attack, Lost Well to Scry, and then probe into whatever I lost well. I could phase out, play Trainer, attack, forge onto Trainer. Jesus, okay. I mean, what is in your hand, I guess? March of the Otherworldly Light. I guess I can just force that. Okay. So Talon Gates. Phase this out. Cast on the trainer. Is stock up. I mean, I just give myself the option, right? Stock up. Attack. I'm playing standard. I'm playing Is It Lessons. Forge onto this trainer, and now I keep the Monarch, or I keep the initiative as long as I don't get double removal spelled. I just get rid of this Vexing Bubble. I guess I could make some more off Academy, but like I don't need that. And they have to spend like a bunch of mana to try to kill the trainer, but I have Force. Ancestral Draw was pretty good, huh? But like just the trainers and the Boomerang basics have been great too. March on the Manifold Crypt? On the Mana Crypt? Sure. Like, okay. I got mana. No, that's not happening. Should I just I should just arena this thing, right? Or should I trap? Like if I just arena this and they don't draw exactly another initiative thing, then they just die, right? Go with this thing. Gotta play a little faster here, but I'll take force time walk. I just used goad. That's crazy. Wow, this is so cool. This is pretty nice. Ooh, there's a saga. I'd like a catacombs, please. I will go land, time walk, attack, throne. Hopefully, as a trainer. No trainer. Unlucky. Another unable to scream. Can't play my Lurrus. Attack. I have a lethal attack. GG. Sweet. Cool. Very cool. Okay, now we are playing round 2. On the play. Have a cat. Let's go. Yeah. I like this hand. My opponent also has a cat. I am going to make my opponent have a wasteland, probably. If I die on turn 1 to PO, not holding up Flusterstorm, I think that's acceptable. And we'll have a better idea if we want to hold up Flusterstorm or if we want to hold up, if we want to play Trainer next turn based on how this goes. So I could bait a mental misstep here and like they're on breach or something. I could have also just bought Lurrus. So I guess I could get trapped in if they're on breach here. We'll see. They have to have a wasteland here if they're playing Fair Lurrus. It looks like they're playing Fair Lurrus. They could be playing PO. Ooh, Black Lotus. Black Lotus go. I guess I could have responded to that by drawing a card because they could have double Bone Master. But we got constructs here. This is Ancestral Recall. It's pretty unfortunate. I think that's just fine. Boomerang basics. I think I'm just going to pass and make constructs. We still don't know exactly if our opponent is playing fair or not. If they have a wasteland or not. Tundra can actually mean still any of the Lurrus decks. Or more. There are, you know, blue-white cats. There's Stifle Knot. So really doesn't mean anything at all. If I forego a construct next turn, I could go for Lurrus Lotus. Probably won't do that, though. Yeah, I think my opponent is likely on PO or Breach, so I decided to hold up Flusterstorm. Because I don't think I want to die. It's a stock up. Can't counter this stock up, unfortunately. Can I make... I can't make a thing. I could Soul Guide into a draw spell. Oh, sorry, into a force. So I think my opponent is likely to be on PO. Some breach lists have a Tundra. So I think I'm okay with cracking this lantern now. Okay, I guess the stock up resolves, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping to be able to like counter a stock up, but at least they lost their Lotus. So we'll have to make some hard choices on our turn on what we want to do. The good news is we'll have one construct at least. It kind of looks like my opponent will tap out after this stock up. So we could maybe go for the Lotus Lurrus. Oh, never mind. Okay. Time Walk. Somehow this Time Walk feels really bad for me. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to try to Flusterstorm this walk, and then I'm going to go get a Vexing Bauble. And I'll have to choose what I want to do with my mana. Island Cycle. Tundra. I guess it could be the control deck. It fetched a second Tundra. There's like a blue-white control deck lying around. If it's the control deck, I kind of want to make another construct. Oh. Interesting. They can have a Flusterstorm still. It's really hard not knowing what they're playing. There's a tempo line there too. The tempo line will lose to a Flusterstorm unless I choose not to make a second construct. But it's a really powerful tempo line. Is there any world in which I can not make a construct here and then do the boomerang play and still be happy? Not really. I feel like I have to make a construct. I just don't know what kind of deck they are. It's really unfortunate. It would have been cool if I could... I think I'm still gonna go with a bobble double thing, and then I am gonna go for this boomerang here. Obviously, if they have Flusterstorm or Hardcast Misstep, it's bad for me, or Pierce. But if they don't, then I have 10 power and a Vexing Bauble in play, and my opponent has 1 mana, so... I mean, they fetched double Tundra, though. Just Thunder Trap Trainer. Okay, so it's probably just PO. I mean, this Vexing Bauble is incredible against PO. The second construct's not as good, but they got Force off of this. Cleanup. I mean, I can PO here if I want to. Just draw 3. I don't think I want to. They pitched Force. I think I'm just going to stock up. Talon Gates lets me attack for lethal. And Tolarian is insane. I can't really counter a dress down. I'm just gonna take I mean, I can PO here. So I should probably just take Opal. I make how much mana? I make 5 mana, 7 mana. I can take Opal, go Trainer into PO. I feel like that's got to be the best play. Oh, I have 6 mana. Same play. Yeah. Is a second PO what I want? Might not be. I can take Mana Vault, play it, and that would give me 6 total mana. I guess that's not... I mean, I can stock up after, though. If I PO now, I can PO again, but I won't be able to... I think I actually do take the Mana Vault. Okay. I don't have a thing to protect my bauble, but I could always Lurrus it back, so... Oh, fucking hell. I got negated. Yeah. That's really bad. I haven't shuffled. I have a lethal boomerang basics, though. So I can stock up looking for a force. Oh. That also wins? I guess it's better for me to go force instead of time vault, because then I can just boomerang basics the Thunder Trap Trainer, play the Manifold Key, and have double force backup for a lethal attack. Better than playing time vault with 1 counterspell backup. Oh no, because I won't have enough mana. I won't have enough artifacts if I try to use gates. Oh, I guess I can untap my key. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's actually wild. What the? Oh my god. Holy hell. And I have double force backup. Woof. Okay. That is a game of Magic the Gathering that just happened. This deck is so sick. Let's bring in Negation, Trap, and Fluster. Pretty nice set of cards to bring in. And then we can take out Lantern. Maybe an Island. Actually, it's probably a Talon Gates, not an Island. I don't actually think Talon Gates is that good in this matchup, though this does help cast Lurrus. I think casting, like, having blue mana on turn 1 is going to be more important, though, so... But will I go to 11 mana in this matchup? Could. Absolutely could. I should go down 2 gates. I mean, I want all my blue cards. I guess I don't really need these Boomerang basics. I'll go 1 Boomerang, 1 Talon Gates. I'm going to be doing a lot of, like, Boomerang my own stuff in this matchup. That's good, though. Like, I don't know. Might be fine. Woo! I mean, Talon Gate. I'm telling you guys, Talon Gates is not being played enough. This card is nuts. I get bobbled. It's really bad, but if I hit a land, it's a Lurrus probably. I'm gonna keep it. I don't really mind keeping these kind of hands. Let's see. Stock up's resolving. Like a Boomerang basics the Jet again. Tolarian Academy? My deck might be broken. I'm gonna be able to buy back my stock up next turn. So how much mana do I have? 4 mana. It's probably Storm Chasers, Thunder Trap Trainer, right? PO? So is it still 2? I mean, it's gonna fucking win is what it's gonna do. Can my opponent win through a bobble on this turn? Probably not. I think they're dead. I think they might be dead. I guess they can have Fluster, but I don't have to go PO either. Isn't this like totally fine? All right. How much damage? How many spells do I need to cast to win the game here? Not very many. Probably want to keep the Thunder Trap. Actually, 1 damage doesn't actually change anything because these things have prowess together, so... Not very many Moxen off of this. Don't know if that matters, though. No force. They're out of here. They're out of here. I'm not actually sure this wins, by the way. Let's see. I have... This is actually really bad PO for 6, by the way. No force, no other. I mean, 1 Moxen. Like, I play this out, and then I play a new Bauble. I guess I have a new Bauble protected by Flusterstorm, so it's like fine. And then if they counter it, I Flusterstorm it, and then I just have to do it again on the next turn. And then if they don't counter it, then I just probably cast Ancestral Recall. Well, the thing is, like, I'm not going to cast my blue spell without playing Bauble first, right? Not after my opponent stocks up. So, like, I can't... My Ancestral Recall can hit a blue land, and then I can PO again and win, probably, right? A blue land... Well, I guess that wouldn't work, because it would be... Well, assuming my Bauble resolves, then I have... Yeah. Oh, no, because I'm still short on 2 mana. I'm not sure. It's like I said, it's actually a really awkward draw 6. I think we're still probably winning because we're replaying Bauble with Fluster backup. So even that is like probably a winning line. And if we don't have to Fluster, then we have things like Ancestral, or we could Boomerang Basics the Jet for tempo. Yeah. All right, round 3 versus a powerful wizard on Lurrus Frog. We got a nice Lurrus battle here. What do I have? This is like certainly the spot where you're like, man, maybe Talon Gates is supposed to be an island, right? But even then, like, we're still playing a trainer on turn 1 if we want. The problem though is I did cut like Synchronous Stupor, so it's not like we have access to very many any lands off of trainer. We only have Moxen, so that's like something to be concerned about. And this obviously is opening us up against our Frog opponent to get wastelanded, right? So this is certainly the downside of Talon Gates. Holy hell. Okay. What do I want to do? I kind of want to play Lurrus. Kind of want to play Lurrus. But I do have Lurrus mana, actually, with Pearl Talon Gates, which is a nice little upside. I'm like thinking about baiting Spell Pierce on a Ruby here. It's just going to make my life a lot easier. No, didn't get that. All right. So what I want to do, I don't want to kick a trainer into a daze. I don't think I want to buy Lurrus, play Lurrus into a daze. pretty sure I just want to cast Thunder Trap Trainer. Flusterstorm. Okay. So if I get Wastelanded, I guess I could go Storm Chaser's Talent, Boomerang Basic, Storm Chaser's Talent, make 2 1/1s. I could just hold open known Flusterstorm. I don't know if he has a main deck Null Rod or not, but I have a Boomerang, but I don't have a blue source. I think I'm just going to cast spells. Only because I know I'm against Frog, and I don't really see, like, a great use of my, like, mana being held open, and I see a lot of ways that, like, holding a Lotus is going to hurt me, so... Technically, I have the ability to play this thing and buy back my Boomerang basics next turn as well. Oh, no, I don't. I'm 1 minute short of that. I assume I'm going to get Frogged. And then I can phase it out and get an attack by Lurrus, maybe. Frog. So this is a spot where, like, I could love to have Boomerang basics back for tempo. Wow. So this is definitely... I'm being a little bit prohibited by my 2 Talon Gate draw. If I had a basic island, it would be a lot better, right? If I had 2 basic islands, it'd be even a lot better. But it's not the end of the world because I can get an attack in here. So I can either stock up and see if they counter it, not using my Flusterstorm very well, or I can Talon Gates this, play a Time Vault, or I can buy Lurrus and not attack. I mean, I can still attack, but it just won't be for a lot. Buy Lurrus is, like, pretty bad into Wasteland. Stock up is pretty bad into Force. I think everything involves playing a Talon Gates, so... Just don't know if I really have a legit tempo plan from here. I'd love to be able to play the stock up with Flusterstorm backup. It just doesn't feel like that's going to happen, so... I'm not actually sure that it's bad if I get forced here. Yeah, I got forced. Pitching Twister. I don't know. I'm not sure what the best play is there. Like, I want to buy Lurrus, but I'm still pretty far from, like, play Lurrus with Flusterstorm backup anyways, so... I'm also, my opponent's at 12. We're going to come in with Frog. And maybe... Let's see... Wasteland. See, I was super worried about Wasteland for any of my, like, slow lines. Are they Time Walking? Stock up? Demonic Ancestral. It's pretty good. Oh, Demonic Lotus. Dig? Wan Shi Tong. 3/3. Okay. Interesting. Thunder Trap. Can't attack, so... I think I'm just in for cast Thunder Trap. Kind of want to see, like, Opal almost. Or Boomerang Basics. I can't cast the Boomerang Basics, though. I think I want Opal. I'll play Opal, make these a 2/2. Play Time Vault, make these things a 3/3. And then I'll have my blue mana next turn. Yeah, I think this Opal is just... Yeah, this is why I want a bunch of Opals in my deck. I can buy back my basics at any point as well if I have this kind of mana. Though I won't be able to play it right away because I still am short. So it's a little awkward. I am almost killing my opponent here, though. Like, they are at 12. Really cool deck. This deck is super cool. I'm a little, like, it's a little, if these, I don't know how this game plays if these are both islands. Like, it's good. It has pros and it has cons if these are both islands. The game is just very different. My opponent is, like, in a scary place here, though. Like, especially if I draw island. Pitch a pearl, probably cast cruise. I mean, I'll just block, right? Like, I don't think I care. I mean, I could always have 1 and 1. Yeah. I mean, time walk, I assume then. I mean, they don't have Twister, so this is cruise. Must be cruise. Dig. I mean, my opponent, if they don't wasteland or if I hit island, I have buyback, bounce, win, right? Oh no, it's not a win because I won't have enough damage. They have time walk as well. Jesus. Okay. Pitch an island. Are they hopping this time? This thing having vigilance is really frustrating, huh? I mean, this game's super close. It's a very close game. Also, I have like key draws and stuff. 2 wastelands. Yeah, I mean, my 7 basic deck is getting wastelanded out of the game. Average just an occurrence. Bobble. I mean, I can deal 3. It's probably correct. Oh, I mean, they could just have a freaking Bowmaster. If they have a Bowmaster, how bad is this? It's super bad. I lose both of my otters. Can't Flusterstorm it. They know I have Flusterstorm as my last card. If I crack my Bauble, it's still bad for me because I lose an otter, though. I mean, it's like even worse if I attack all. Like they eat trainer, they could either eat both otters or they eat train. Like it's super bad for me. I don't think I'm attacking. I mean, I could just not crack it. Oh, wow. Okay. It's not great unless I draw Academy. They can hop the frog here. Oh, they can only deal 9. Oh my god. I'm almost dead on board. So I was just dead to a Bowmaster no matter what. So maybe I should have attacked then. Because I was actually getting, oh no, that wouldn't be lethal if I attacked. I'm like super close to being dead. Both of us are so close. This is a great game. No jump. All right, well, I'm gonna block. So I'm dead on the next attack, unless I find some way to power through here. 2 cards in my opponent's hand. Not buying Lurrus. I mean, Tolarian is my best draw for sure. Key is pretty good. Jet. That's actually nuts, isn't it? That's actually crazy because that plays Lurrus with Flusterstorm available. I mean, if they have Force, they have Force. I die. But then I can go play Lurrus, play Lotus. I mean, I'm still dead, though. Doesn't actually change anything. Well, not if they have to block. If they don't counter, then I can PO. I'm certainly playing Lurrus first, because like they could obviously have negation here. They just had Force of Will. So I can still live here by Flusterstorming this Force. They go to 4. They have to block. They go to 1. They can't kill me on the swing back. This game is so close. The fact that I haven't used any fetch lands because I have no fetch lands in my deck is actually a big deal. So they pay for this. The Lurrus doesn't resolve. I attack. They have to block. Then I'm at 7. I have an otter that's lethal. They have an active frog that's a 3/4 in the top of their library. And next turn I have a PO. Wild. What a great game of Magic. What a great game of Magic. Lurrus matchups are great. I hope it never goes away. All right. Top of the library here. They also have access to attack if they want. Especially if they draw a creature. But if I draw a land, I have Storm Chaser's Talent, buybacks a boomerang, bounce. They drew Soul Guide Lantern. Okay. What does that do? What does that change? That gets rid of the boomerang basics for the Storm Chaser's Talent. So they can leave a block now. Oh, they're dead. They're dead. They're buying Lurrus. I'm going to PO and win. Or that. Should I PO first? I want to PO first. I'm sorry. Is that rude? I kind of want to just see what the game is like if I don't draw boomerang basics, okay? No, their last card's Lurrus. We know their cards. That's why I said we won the game. I didn't draw a land, by the way. Oh my god. That was like that was one of the best games of Magic I've played in forever. What a crazy game. All right. Against Frog, I want 4 Unable to Screams and maybe a Flusterstorm. And then I can take out 3 Forces, a Soul Guide, an Opal. 7 Islands. Something like this. Might be better to just take Mishra's Bauble and Opal out instead and just like be super good against Null Rod. I mean, we're never super good. I do like kind of dislike these cantripping artifacts. It's weird because you want cantripping artifacts, but because of Bowmaster, you don't want cantripping artifacts. I think I'm going to do that. Unable to Scream and Flusterstorm. I could just take out Time Vault Key and just play Forced Trap. Like, our deck is kind of weak to chalice on one, isn't it? Yo, what up? I'm doing well. Hope you are as well. This looks sick. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. I am in. That is not it. That is decidedly not it. I will mulligan. Yeah, this is fine. I don't mind this hand. Probably just getting rid of one of the flusters though. Okay, second Lotus game. Oh wait, no, he DT'd for Lotus last game. It was the other player had Lotus. It's pretty bad against Bowmaster. I guess the Storm Chaser talent is also pretty bad against Bowmaster. Yeah. It's fine. Yep, people play Into the Flood more all the time. I'm getting Spell Pierce. Oh. I guess I should have played Mana Crypt first. I got annulled? Am I willing to trade Flusterstorm for Lotus? Yes? I actually kind of wish my Mana Crypt got annulled, so I sequenced this badly. I should have sequenced the Mana Crypt first. Yeah, I mean, I think this is a fine trade. It's all one for ones. I should have played the Mana Crypt first. That was just a mistake. I'm not gonna play this Mana Crypt out now though, so this is fine. Strip mine? Bro, why do I play basics, bro? It's so useless. It's too funny. I'm gonna get wastelanded out of this game anyways. I got double annulled. Okay. And I've drawn 2 Talon Gates again. I'm not doing a great job of exploring my Talon Gates Are Broken plan. Wow, they took out the Flusterstorm and not the Moxen. No land drop from them. Okay. That's a pretty good one. That's a really good one. I can just scroll for an Ancestral. Or do I want to just play Talent? I think I just want it to play... I just want to play Scroll for Ancestral. Before they get Bowmaster online. I mean, I get dazed. Whatever. I kind of want to hit a land, so... Ooh, they activated. Ooh, they missed a land. I don't want to get negated here. So is it... But I also can get Spell Pierced. But they probably don't have a Spell Pierce if they activated, right? Or do you think they miscounted? I don't know the list. Like 2 annuls is kind of interesting. You saying like getting a land drop is greater? I'm not actually sure what you're saying. Running into negation for a land drop. Certainly part of it. Would they have cracked? They wouldn't have cracked this. Man, it's so bad if I get negated, isn't it? Oh, you're saying that they could still have Pierce because they just want to make their land drop. I see. I wish I could hit a land off my trainer. Is getting negation better than getting pierced? Me hitting a land drop is also quite good. I don't know. Mental misstep. All right, fair enough. That does not play a frog, notably. Does play a bowmaster, though. I'm gonna try to play this trainer out so my talent doesn't get bowmastered. We get hardcast days as well. PO Mana Vault. You got like Mana Vault here. It's pretty close to Lurrus. I have 3 white sources somehow. There's the bowmaster. That's fine. I'm also covered on Twister, which is nice. Wasteland. I am getting wastelanded out of the game. Wild. Is he thinking about twistering instead? He does know I have a mana vault, so I'd have to have blue card force exactly. No bluff for no bluff and no wasteland. Interesting. Bluff and no wasteland. Next turn, I'm 1 mana short of Lurrus still. Another bowman. Wait, so they didn't even... That must mean they have to have Spell Pierce, right? Why would you not wasteland, not attack, and not bow... I'm really worried about Twister. I'm really worried about Twister. I think this is just happening. Like, not wastelanding is crazy, right? Like, what's a real reason not to wasteland? Twister and Saga. I'm so fucking good at this game. I'm so good at this game. No, they had force backup. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right. I mean, I played great and I lost. It's okay. A perfect read, though. Perfect read. It was force pitch frog. Had the read. Had the read. Super unfortunate he had forced blue card after. That game would have still been really hard because I can't bobble loop. Or do I guess I didn't have bobble in anyways. But like it's I mean it would still be a really hard game to push through. But I would have had a Storm Chaser's Talent. Did I have any good spells to buy back in that game? Just Force? No, that's not very good. What do you want instead? Like a negation? I mean, I hate negation. Like you want like a mox or something more powerful. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's bad. Oh, we had recall in our graveyard. That'd be good. Okay, okay. Maybe I'm just wrong, man. Maybe I mean I wouldn't keep this hand even if this was an island, right? So yeah, I wouldn't keep this hand even if it was an island. So oh boy. Yeah, I mean. Jesus. It's probably like put back unable to scream, play Sapphire Vault, go. Try to draw a mana to go bobble PO for 3. Yikes. We're just not being blessed by our hands in these games. I really dislike this hand. Strongly dislike this hand. I really hate this hand. I really, really hate this hand. We're gonna draw that Mind Break Trap and wish it was an Opal, huh? Yeah. I have 7 islands in my deck. I've drawn 1 island and I got Strip Mine. If that's not a Justin stream, then I don't know what is. Oh, stop looking at my hand. That's not good. That's not. Oh, another Lotus draw. This is probably game. I can't force that. Really, I just can't force that, right? Like, I just can't force that. I feel like the variance in these has been really rough. I see. What the fuck? Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. I just think we can't deploy our bobble there. Like, what if they just jam Null Rod? All right, nothing I did mattered. Nothing I did mattered. Nothing mattered. My opponent got me. I tried so hard to make my deck good against Null Rod. I have 7 basics, 4 boomerangs. It just doesn't matter. I think this is like just bad variance, and I shouldn't put too much stock into it. I was not really given the tools to win these games. On the play, mulligan into really powerful probe hand from my opponent. Lotuses both games. No islands. There's one of them. It's too late though, right? They're just gonna have hard cast negation for boomerang. I don't have a Vault Key in my deck, so I can't really win from this spot, I don't think. Twister again. DT. Strip mine? DT strip mine? Or DT. Yeah, it gotta be DT strip mine. Ay. Theoretically, my Tolarian Academy's not even gonna do it. Hey, look, my basic islands, right when we needed them. I can't be too upset. Like, I just don't think I had the tools, right? I feel like I have the right cards in my deck to be beating this kind of draw, but these draws were not it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's a pretty good answer to, not the greatest answer to Frog, but I don't know. Maybe we have too many Talon Gates. It's possible, I guess. We're going back and looking at some of these matches because they were really cool. Obviously, game 1 was sweet, but this game 2, this missed sequence on turn 1, I'm pretty sure lost us the game. If I sequence Mana Crypt here and my Mana Crypt gets countered, and then I Flusterstorm to beat the Lotus, then I get to resolve a Sapphire afterwards, and then play a Storm Chaser's Talent. And then if I get Strip Mined, I untap, I play Talon Gates, and I play Merchant Scroll for Ancestral. I mean, he might have had a mental misstep for it, but yeah, this miss sequence, which we noted right away was a miss sequence, I lost the game. And it was still like a playable game. Like, don't get me wrong, we still had good chances here, but I don't really mind this ancestral. And then I played this section really well because I noticed the wasteland, so I knew it had to be Twister. So I held the force, and he just had force backup, so that's fine. But yeah, I think the thing that this game was very playable. This game was actually playable even after getting strip mined, but this mistake was really bad. And then this game was just like not really playable. I had to mulligan this hand, and then this hand sucks, but I don't think I can mulligan it. Opponent having probe into Lotus, Bobble, no rod is just gonna win a lot of games anyways. I think this game is not really worth thinking too much about. The one thing worth thinking about is, did we get statistically extremely unlucky with these Talon Gates? And is that a problem? Because this Talon Gates was fine because it pushed damage that actually won the game. But some of these other Talon Gates were a little dicey. This game was fantastic, Arjun. What a great game of Magic. Like, came down to one card. This Wan Shi Tong put in a lot of work. We have 7 islands for what it's worth. We have 7 islands, 4 Talon Gates. Yeah, I'm sorry I cast this PO because it was the last card I had, but I did have just the boomerang off the top too. Yeah, I don't know. Like, theoretically, these Talon Gates are helping me actually cast Lurrus in my deck. Yeah, I know. I mean, the number of Talon Gates is the thing that I can't judge based on only theory. That one, I feel like I need to play more matches and find the right number. But I mean, you're certainly the matchup where Talon is like at its worst, right? Not its worst. It's still good. Like, if it hits your Bowmaster that's in play to let me PO off, like, it's still a good card. It's just opens me up to Wasteland, makes me a turn behind on mana. Yeah, I mean, I cut Stupors because I had 4 basic boomerangs in my deck. But I did win a PO mirror because I got rid of my opponent's trainer that blocked, which was kind of funny. But like, what, what is the number? Is the number not 9 and 2? Like, is the number 0 and fetches and underground seas? No, but like I needed to try them at 4 ofs to figure out how good they are. And so far, I do think you probably need to play Storm Chasers as a 4 of because this card is very much it wants to have multiples. Or it's not, or like if you don't have multiples, the first part is not very effective. Like the second part is still obviously great as like a 1 of, but the first, I think you kind of need the first part to be effective. Now, for boomerang basics, I'm sure we can play less than 4. I just wanted to play 4 for the first one to figure it out. And to be fair, the boomerang basics has been pretty much amazing all night, so especially against like mono white. The fact that we have like this really sick card against mono white that is still a cantrip against not mono white is pretty powerful. But there's room to play for sure. Yeah, I think the biggest question in this deck is this. Like, clearly, Talon Gates is a broken and powerful card, but is the downside too high? It might be too high. Things to think about. All right, welcome to round 4 of this vintage preliminary up against Ah258. I believe this is the Oswald player from Eternal Week in Europe who got second in the high roller and beat me in the main, which is pretty exciting. This hand is not bad, but doesn't contain a force, and my recent history versus this opponent has led me to believe I want a force. Maybe the stock up will get us there. We have gotten a basic, but if it was a Talon Gates, we did have enough mana to filter, so. But I believe we're going to play a PO mirror here, which is interesting because it means we played 2 PO mirrors in this prelim. All right, see what he's got. Ancestral on my upkeep. Seems good. Stonks. I'm looking for a force and a PO probably. There's a force. Am I taking island just to make sure I have another blue card for a blue land for next turn? Probably. Have action. I can always trainer, boomerang trainer. This is a spot where boomerang trainer is a lot better than repeal trainer, right? Ooh, Ruby's a good draw. It's gonna mean they're closer to flame. Or stock up, I guess. Ah. Yep. That's about how my matches have gone versus this opponent. Lavinia is fine. Not a wizard, notably. Stock up after is pretty good, though. Time Vault. So it is the Oswald gamer. All right. All right. Well, I've got a lot of good things happening here. Talon Gates phase out Lavinia. Who was asking why we have Talon Gates in our deck? I just need to find a Time Vault off of our trainer. Shouldn't be hard, right? Missed. Wish I had like an opal I could make extra blue mana with key. I guess I want to be able to hold open phase out Talon Gates so that I can force a key from my opponent, maybe. So, but I could also, I can't play a trainer again this turn. So I guess if I want to do that, then I have to get a mana vault and play Boomerang on my trainer. Don't think I'm playing Vexing Bauble unless I'm cracking it right away. Which I could do. What do I gain? I gain the possibility of ripping a Time Vault right now, which I can't really play and protect. More blue cards. Not a bad one. All right, so I actually have really good coverage on Volt and PO here with Activate Talon Gates and Force. And then the Lavinia will be gone through the whole turn as well, through my turn as well. So, playable. Looks like MTG's. Oh, F3, 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 F3. I don't know what's going on. F3? PO. All right. So, activate this. At the very least, this will make it one. Oh, I guess Lavinia is not getting targeted, but. Oh, this can also filter blue. That doesn't matter right now because I don't have a Flusterstorm, but. All right, filter or Talon Gates at instant speed out the Lavinia. Force the PO pitching Storm Chaser's Talon. I should be able to get by with just my trainer, I hope. Whereas I think this Mental Misstep doesn't cover Flusterstorm, but it covers... I guess it doesn't cover that much. And then this thing is going to stay phased out for my turn. So if I draw PO, it's nuts. Oh, this card is so good, chat. Is this not so good? Like, I feel like it's so good. There's the PO. Oh my god. Is it worth trainering first to see if we can find help? What does help look like? Flusterstorm is kind of help. Force is help. Obviously, Time Vault's lethal. Time Walk and a PO again. Okay. So I can time. How much mana do I have? This is 3 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana, 7 mana with 1 blue, or 6 mana with 2 blue. Otawara is infinitely better. That's just not remotely true. How can you be so sure of such a wrong statement? Okay, I mean, the problem with Time Walk is I don't actually have a good play afterwards. Oh, Otawara, but infinitely better. I see. I think I'm just supposed to take this Time Walk. Oh, I actually can pay for Flusterstorm. Okay. Hey, I'm multitasking. This went really well. I feel so good about these PO mirrors. It's so weird. I think I just replay everything. This is a free Lurrus, right? I guess technically my opponent could have a Fluster now on Time Walk, but that's not really a big deal. No, I did not mean to use a blue there. I hit the wrong one. Stock up. PO. All right, that looks good. This is gonna stay gone, so I can just play my Talon. Yes, yes. Talon Gates beats Lavinia. Not bad. That was sick. That was awesome. This deck is so much fun. Oh God. No, I shouldn't have learned about this deck right before. If I learned about it, but I mean, make the deck. I should not have made this deck right before a showcase. That's a recipe for disaster. All right, I got Trap, Negation. Probably not Hercules. Trap, Negation. And then Lantern. How many cards do I take out here? I probably want to take out Talon Gates over an island. Well, I think he's on 1 Lavinia and 2 Oswalds and some number of trainers. I guess a Boomerang Basics is pretty bad. I think this is what I took out against my opponent last time, right? This is what I took out against my other PO opponent. I think that's what I did. Or maybe I took out an island instead of a Talon Gate, something like that. I mean, these are nice cards to bring in, so let's try this. Maybe Island is better to take out than Talon Gates, even if my opponent has very few targets. All right, I have a cat because I want to be able to play my Lurrus, right? I see. Man, I don't know about this hand. I think I'm keeping it, but I'm not really happy about it. My opponent molding into 5. That was an ancestral game that we won too. These hands are so weird. Like, what am I doing with this hand, though? I guess I can just cast Storm Chaser's Talent, but then... Like, shouldn't we be stocking up for a force? Maybe not if my opponent mulligan to 5. Kind of a bad hand against Lavinia, but I guess I have Talongate, so I guess it's not a bad hand against Lavinia. Ruby, Strand, 3 cards in opponent's hand. Underground Sea, Demonic. Okay. Good news. Vintage tournaments don't require you to have power except for Eternal Weekend. So you're fine. That's a terrible draw. That's got to be the worst draw. So I could just crack stock up here, and if I hit a Mox, then I don't want to use my Academy so I can Time Walk. But if I don't hit a Mox, I want to cast Storm Chaser's Talent. I guess that doesn't matter. I think I just cast stock up here. I want like a Mental Misstep and a Mox, I think, are my 2 cards that I want. No force, no Mental Misstep, no Mox. That's bad. I guess I'm taking Mana Vault, Mindbreak Trap, and praying to God. That's the life I live here. That was a really bad set of draws. Like six cards. I looked at 6 cards, and those were my cards. That is not good. Well, I'm just gonna hope my opponent thinks I have a force and plays scared or something. Because I'm so screwed here. I guess if I draw Mox next turn, I can go like Mox, Storm Chaser's Talent, Time Walk, PO. So it's not that bad. Yep, they're not scared. I went 10 cards deep and found no force, no misstep. That is unfortunate. Time Walk? Yup. Things are bad in Justin Land here. Things are bad. Things are very bad. Oh. All right. Well, you got it. I'm just here for the ride. Is this like fragmentize on my Mana Vault? It'd be pretty good. Oswald, Lavinia. Oh, it's been a great night. This deck is really fun. There's an Oswald. Kind of wish I have a Boomerang Basics for tempo. At least I'm not getting forced now. I mean, I don't think the Talon Gates mattered at all here. I don't think that's obvious at all. I think Talon Gates clearly won me the game without a doubt. I would not have won the game without it last game. Also, I've drawn 3 POs, which is not good. How do I win this game? I'm just gonna get fiddle bended into a Vault Key. Yeah. I mean, I can trap. It just doesn't do anything. Talon Gates does not get wobble. How do I win this game? I cannot buy back right away. I mean, I probably just have to hope I don't die on this turn and play Storm Chasers. And then maybe next turn we can do like buyback time walks and stuff. We'll see. I don't know. It's all really bad, I must say. The fact that my stock up missed on any way to beating Ancestral is kind of criminal. Also, it missed on a Mox to let us power out a time walk into PO. Like, I think that's just like really unlucky, that stock up. Can't think of like a worse set of things that could have happened. I don't think we're gonna die on this turn, but I'm certainly feeling like we have very little chance of winning this game. Or 2-1. We've had a good night. Portable hole on the Mana Vault. That's so good. On the Storm Chasers talent? On the Storm Chasers talent. All right. That's good for us. I don't think it's unreasonable for my opponent to hit the Storm Chasers talent. Oh, they have 2 of them? Or they're activating? I assume we're turning this into a key? Or maybe another portable hole on the Mana Vault. I wish I could PO and respond. Yeah, key. All right, so next turn they win. We have plays, but Boomerang does not do it from this spot. Ancestral might. So here I can use my Mana Vault and my Talon Gates to spend 2 mana to Ancestral to hold my Academy, which I probably need to do. Which is annoying, I agree. But now we have sequences. That is a very good one. So I think I just go for the PO win here. So I play a key. And then I have just enough. Untap, Boomerang the Bauble. And go for PO. I mean, this PO is not guaranteed anything. I could just... I mean, I could do it after. I can wait. And I could always Boomerang the Oswald to buy a turn. Yeah, but I don't have a, like I don't actually have an infinite like PO loop here. If I go for this, then I'll have... I might have 1 extra mana. Actually, I do have an infinite PO loop here. You're right. I do have an infinite PO loop here. Okay, we'll just go for it then. The Opal makes it good enough, I think. But also, yeah, I'm gonna Boomerang this. I can still draw Island Boomerang as well. Please don't be Flusterstorm. Oh, yes, it's just Crack Bobble. I have Force backup, so Crack Bobble was a lot better for me than Flusterstorm there. So now I have Opal, and we have PO, and we might just attack and win as well. I think we might claw out of this. I mean, we did rip Ancestral. because that one extra mana from Opal means I can play Mana Vault, which means I can play all my POs. Wow. This is still not one, by the way. I need a little more help. I also have not hit a land. I did cut a land. Now I'm up a mana, though. I'm not... I think I have 18, though. I think I have 18 with that PO draw. I could make another blue mana with my key on one of these POs. I got Vault Key. But I have 18 damage as well. That's crazy. Oh my lord. Oh, wow. Okay. This is really sweet. Wow. This deck is awesome. This deck actually feels legit. I am pretty impressed. I am pretty impressed. No, prelims are 4 rounds. 4 rounds. Wow. Okay, so I think conceptually we can all agree that that looked and felt good. I like what we're doing overall. The things that we have to think about are still the things we have to think about. The number one question is how many talent gates is the correct number of talent gates? The number two question is how many boomerang basics is the right number of boomerang basics? But so far, I'm actually pretty happy with the 4. I could see going to 3 though. And then I think the thing I'm willing to do right away is swap out this merchant for a demonic. It's gonna give us some options in terms of some other options in terms of like strip mine and maybe Tormod's crypt. I think with a DT, I'm more willing to go with like a more diverse set of sideboard cards. Like Tormod's Crypt and Needle, and I still think. I mean, I just don't know if I'm making my deck too weak to with because it's definitely weaker with the traps, but I think it's more well-rounded. And another lantern, and then probably can't play Jailer. And we could still play a trap if we really wanted to get spicy. No. I think Unable to Scream and Boomerang Basics are more than enough. This is like part of the reason. Yeah, I think Tab is just bad Magic card. I don't want to play Tab, but we could. I think opening up this. I mean, I'd like to have Vamp too if I were to play Tab, but I think this makes it a little bit more well-rounded because I can have the Needle for Raker. I don't think Cage is something I'm super interested in, but maybe Cage is like. I guess I'm only doing Lurrus. No, I don't really like Cage. I've never really liked the Cage, and we're not going to be weak to Oath here either. Oh, I just think like Rav Trap is typically very backbreaking against Dredge. It's like it's like the most powerful thing I can play. Like I can't play Over Encumbered, I can't play Containment Priest, I can't play Jailer. I mean, I can play those cards, Containment Priest and Jailer. I just think they're probably asking for a lot. But like Wrap Trap off of Trainer isn't that good though, so I don't know. Maybe it's not actually that good. And obviously artifacts have some synergy here, but like sometimes you want to cut Opal because they're playing Vigor anyways. And I don't really like playing Cage with Lurrus ever. Like I'd only ever bring this in against. I guess I'd bring it in against Oath and Dredge. But I just like don't feel like the Oath matchup is good. I guess I have a lot of creatures. I actually have a lot of creatures, so maybe Well, I mean, they can Vigor Needle too. That's kind of the problem with all of every piece of Dredge Hate besides Rap Trap and like Jailer and Containment Priest is they can't get is everything else gets Vigored. Yeah. It's part of it's. I mean, it's not better. It just does different things. So yeah, again, I think this DT is the first thing I would change, and then all I'm really looking at are I think two opals is correct. I was a question I had in the beginning. I think two opals is correct because you really are blue hungry here. I did forget that you could use Key as a blue mana, so technically you can go infinite with Storm Chaser's Talent PO, because you can have Opal, Sapphire, and Key, which is interesting. Not that you need to go infinite with PO with Storm Chaser's Talent, but I like the Fluster Storms. Yeah, I mean, I would run this back. I don't know if I'm like convinced to run it back for the showcase, but I'm gonna consider it. I'll probably play it again on stream before then, just to see. But I like it a lot. We'll have to think about it, chat. Thanks for watching, though. This was a fun prelim. I hope everyone enjoyed. I will be back for more vintage content on the YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.